Hi guys, welcome to my third video in this playlist of my over the board tournament. The first tournament, 14 until the 18th of July. So today was the third day. It's Wednesday, the 16th of July. Yeah, it's been tough. I'm at the bottom of the competition in the lowest group, and when I signed up, it was like the highest was 1587, and because there were some problems with signing up. So some guy, a couple of people were signed up, but they it wasn't registered, and then a couple of people didn't show up. So at the lowest group, we ended up having a 1614 and a 1620 rated opponent. This should be actually one group higher than my group. That's the way it happens. That's the way it goes. But I haven't been quite lucky with my pairings. The first day already, I'm unrated, and there's a bunch of 1400 people. But the first game was 1515. I lost. Second game 1587. I won. It wasn't a good game for either of us, but I won. And third game, I was paired with the highest 1620. I mean, for me, I'm like, I'm unrated, and on chess.com I'm 1190, 1157 on the other account, a little bit higher. But over the board, I perform a little bit better. Anyway, um, it's a high opponent. I mean, sometimes I beat them, but sometimes I draw against them. But more often than not, I lose against people over 1600. Yeah, I was a bit gutted, a bit disappointed actually that I was paired with this one on the third day. But you make your best of it, and let's find out what happened. So I was playing with black also, not just a high-rated opponent, but also with black. And what are the odds? I mean, in all my time I've been playing chess, which is sounds like I've been playing chess for a long time, but for like the year and 3-4 months I've been playing chess, I hardly ever faced the English. And now in this tournament, the second time I'm playing black, like the second time in 3 days, my opponent starts with the English opening, c4. But I knew from the first game I need to be wary of like getting into a fork. So that was a good thing. So we're just developing our pieces. Okay, some inaccuracies here and there. He's obviously maybe wanting to move the knight and looking at the bishop. Don't want double pawns here. And I'm obviously also trying to think like, how can I get my pieces into the game without being forked? He castles. I wanted my rook to be having places to go, but I need to have this pawn defended. So I mean, Stockfish doesn't like it at all. But there you have it. And I just wanted to for him to prevent from pushing this pawn here and me getting into a fork. Or at least I wanted to get rid of either because I want to bring my knight out here. Where's the fork again? Oh no, the fork is when I have a bishop over here. But anyway, I thought like let's trade some pieces off and block this pawn from coming up the board. And then I'd be safe to bring out my knight. In hindsight, I should have pushed this pawn first. Stockfish actually thinks it's the right move. But the spin is causing me a lot of trouble in the next coming moves. I just wanted to prevent him from getting here. Um, Okay, this is interesting. because when I put in the analysis, Stockfish actually recommends the best move is to take the knight, not push the pawn. And reason being, I think, but I'm not completely sure. And if you watch this and you know why this is a difference, let me know. I think now I've already moved this bishop here, and now I'm moving it here to not to prevent, but to defend this knight. Like, let's get rid of hoods. So if he comes in here now, I can chop it off, because otherwise I have two attackers on this knight. I need to take it with this pawn, which maybe wouldn't have been such a great deal. But I think Stockfish prefers if I would have taken it straight away and saved myself a move. Because I did get into trouble in the coming moves, because I was I think a little bit behind in development. So Stockfish says now here push the pawn, but when I put in the moves in, recommended here. This is a mistake. Oh yeah, oh wow. Didn't even consider that one. You can still also, rather than putting in here. Oh, that's okay. No, so if you've seen it, fine, let me know. But I know the reason why Stockfish, when I put in the moves into the analysis, you recommend taking the knight straight away, because I'm only blocking it from this square. So now the knight can't come here, but he can actually still come here and put pressure on this knight. But I'd have double pawns, which is not such a great deal. But I've already moved this rook, so I can't castle this side, can't castle long. So I'd have to castle short, but my king would be open. But then again, I can push it in the corner and bring my rook over here. But my opponent didn't see it. Oh, here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so he's been telling me, Stockfish, to push this pawn to get rid of the bishop, or make him at least make up his mind. Trade. And because I wasn't castled, I could even push the pawn and maybe just put the king here, because it's got a locked center. Yeah, it's always a bit tricky to bomb cloud the king, to not castle and just put it here. Yeah, so it would have wanted to come to take it here. And rather than going here, my opponent actually went here. So that's a mistake on his side, because now I can take it away and castle. So I'm for the moment out of trouble. I was down a little bit, but we're now nearly to even. I'm slightly behind. He pushed the pawn, so I just wanted to prevent him to trap my bishop. He still wants me to go here. He moves back. Yeah, I thought it was the wrong move, but apparently it's not that bad. I just wanted I wanted to eventually get here with my queen, to get out of the pin, and I needed to have this pawn here to prevent the bishop from coming in. Because if I would have say go here and here, he'd be able to bring the bishop here, and I need to go away again. So with all that in my mind, I push the pawn, prevent him from coming in. It's not the best move, but it's not the worst. And he pushed the pawn, which is not a great move. We're quite equal. I move back, which is the best move. Knowing that I can actually take this pawn and defend my knight from a square where I'm not pinned anymore. So I was actually quite happy with this move. But he didn't take it. I take best move, he takes, and I push the pawn. Yeah, he still wanted me to kick the bishop. The king comes in, and it's round about here. Oh yeah, there's obviously no way I can get another defender in. I mean, I was trying to bring my rook over here, maybe here, but obviously, as you see in a minute, if I bring my rook over here, he can just challenge this file. Just curious, if he would have gone here, I would have gone here. He takes, I take. Oh, you can just take it. No. That wouldn't have been good. No. Yeah, but then again, I mean, he's the one attacking. And material-wise, we're equal. So I was quite happy if he would take, I take, and he take, and I have double pawns. I wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have minded. Is that English? I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have mind. Whatever. Because I could just sit my king here and it's all safe. Queen's off the board. Yeah. But he challenged the file. Yeah, Stockfish recommends this, but I find this a very weird. No, actually, it's not such a weird move. No, yeah. Okay. So if I would sit here, he can't take obviously because that loses a queen. He can't take this because it loses a queen. And if he takes the rook, I can just retake it and I have control of the open file. Right. Okay. So and then he's going to go here. Then what to do? Anyway, I didn't see this. I took the rook. Yeah. Once again, looking back, after I made the move, I realized now I'm completely stuck. There's nothing I can do. Nothing. I can't move anything. Well, I can move some things, but it's always a mistake. I can move this pawn. That probably would have even actually been better than what I did, because if he pushes, I can take. Yeah. But I mean, I can't move my queen here, obviously, and I can't move it here. I can't bring in another defender. I can't move this bishop here. I can't push this pawn because he just takes it, and it takes away. Actually, just curious. No, didn't like it. No, it doesn't solve the problem. The problem is, I'm not quite sure what the problem is. I'm down only 0.9 points. But I thought, like, there's nothing really I can do. I can't move my pieces. I could have maybe moved my rook here, or I think Stockfish recommends to bring my king here. Yeah. And I thought, like, just push the pawn, break open these pawns, and maybe get some play. This is just, once again, beyond my way of thinking at the moment. I didn't see this was such a great problem, but there's a rule in chess that you shouldn't move your pawns, because every move you make with your pawns, it's weakening the pawn structure. And reason being is this pawn is not defending this pawn anymore. Like in this position, it was defending this pawn. Now it's not. So my opponent must have seen it. He took. It's a great move. I take. And he brings it back here. When I put it into system, it was also a great move because now he's looking at my bishop. I can't bring my rook here because that's just a checkmate. I can't bring it here because she's just going to take it. So I need to bring back my queen. But now this pawn is hanging because I moved this pawn from here to here. So yeah, moving your pawns. Every move you make, it's weakening the pawn structure. So now I'm losing a pawn, and I've looked at this guy in the previous 2 days, and specifically yesterday I saw that he's a pawn eater. He doesn't really get up material, but he picks up 1 pawn, 2 pawns, 3 pawns, and he's just cruising. So this is what happened. I lost a pawn. This is my first pawn, and now this one is this one is not under attack actually. Okay, so this would have been better. Okay, take. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But indeed, this pawn was obviously also under attack. I can't defend it anymore. So I thought like, let's break open. Yes, leaving this pawn undefended. This pawn is undefended. But I thought like if he takes this, I can just either take this or take that. Probably this because it's a free pawn, passed pawn. But he took, and yeah, the complexity of the situation is that I can't move my pieces of the back rank. I can't take this pawn because he brings in my rook, and I need to sacrifice my queen, and it's a checkmate. So I'm completely stuck with my rook and my queen at the back rank. That's my whole problem in this position. By the way, my opponent is nearly 4 points up. So I thought like, well, the only thing I can do is push the pawn, and then he brings it back. And I thought I need to get some escape squares for my king, and I also wanted to bring my bishop over here. Yes, he probably is going to push here, and I need to go back, but I'm weakening his king side. I was just trying to find ways to give my king some escape squares so I can actually move my pieces of the back rank. So he takes a pawn. I can't take this pawn. Can I not? Yeah, I think if I take this pawn, let's say if I take it, he checks it here. I need to go away, and then he brings in the rook, and I'm losing a queen. So yeah, I'm completely stuck to the back rank. So push the pawn, trying to solve my dire situation because it's really bad. He's now 6 points up. And he defends this pawn. So I'm getting no play whatsoever. I'm attacking the queen. And now he brings it back here. Look at this square, so I still can't take this pawn because that'd be just a checkmate. Well, not a checkmate, but I'd be losing my queen. Yeah, and this wasn't a good move. I thought I could push the pawn, and I thought he couldn't take it, but I should have calculated a little bit further because he takes it, but I can't retake it. And yeah, for a bunch of reasons, but the main reason is obviously I can take it and he can take my bishop, but he can also take my rook with a check. Yeah, so I just lost another pawn, so now I'm 3 pawns down, and he's got 3 passed pawns, and I've got absolutely no play whatsoever. I'm stuck to the back rank. The position is absolutely hopeless. So I actually considered resigning, but I thought like, well, I've been looking forward to this tournament for such a long time, and I need to commute for an hour up and down. I thought I'm just going to play it until the end. Who cares? Learn something from it. So now I bring out the bishop, thinking this prevents the rook from coming in, so I'm actually threatening to take this bishop. But my opponent realized it and he gave a check. And this actually is the beginning of the end, because now he gets into all kinds of threats which I can't get out of anymore. He's obviously not threatening checkmate. I make actually the wrong move. I should have brought my queen here. So I'm actually protecting this square. And then he can push, but I can sit here and have two defenders of this square. But I failed to notice that. All I was thinking, like, how can I get out even? So I got out, but he checks, went to the wrong square. Don't think it would have mattered if I went here. Yeah, he's probably going to go here, so you can. Yeah, I obviously didn't want to get these two guys disconnected because otherwise, if he checks, I'm losing a rook. But Stockfish probably says like, yeah, probably Stockfish thinks like the situation is so hopeless. You just need to, I don't know, maybe attack the bishop. Actually, that would have probably been all right if I would have gone here. Yeah, I'd be losing a rook. So no, 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 I didn't like that. The Stockfish says like trade a rook for a, yeah, maybe, yeah, in hindsight. Because I got into a lot of trouble now, and probably yeah, okay, I understand where he's coming from. He says, check, take, take, and it's a bishop against the rook, and the threat is gone. I can even, after the checks have finished, go here, attack the rook and the pawn. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is quite difficult to see. I think. I mean, who wants to voluntarily give up a rook, right? For a bishop. But it would have been a lot better than my actual play because I didn't go there. Hang on. I went here and he checked me. So I got here. He checked me and there's only one place I can go. Well, I mean, I can go here. Then he checks me. And it, yeah, it was check and it's checkmate. So I needed to go here. But I obviously loses a queen. And yeah, I thought about resigning for a couple of moves already. But as I said before, I wanted to just finish off the game. I've paid for it, traveled all the way up and down. And I thought like this isn't too bad because he can take, I can take, he takes and I take, and it's a fair trade. But obviously, he doesn't need to take the rook. He actually takes it with a check. I thought like if I want to have any counterplay, I need to stop these pawns. Then he attacked my rook, and I went to the wrong square. I should have gone here. Yes, protected by, okay, protected, and he can go check here, and then I can sit behind it. But, I mean, I was really frustrated. Nearly threw in the towel a bunch of times. And I thought, like, if I go here, I get some counterplay. But I didn't calculate it all the way through because this is a checkmate. Checkmate with a pawn. So I got outplayed completely and utterly. Uh, Still, I played with 74.5% accuracy. So this is weird about chess. Yesterday, it felt like I annihilated my opponent, who was 1587, and I played with 70% accuracy. Now I've got demolished, and I played with 74.5. My opponent played with 83.7, so pretty good game. Yeah, so not too happy, but it was a strong player, so all good. Tomorrow I'm paired with a 1450 rated opponent. He also won one game, lost two games. I think I have a fair shot, but still need to play very solid and accurate. But I think I'm playing with white. I think I have a better shot at it than today. I think after 3 games, my tournament rating is 1439. So I really hope that I can beat my opponent tomorrow and maybe climb a little bit towards the 1500 because that's my goal. Yeah, so anyway, this was my game of today. So I hope you liked it. Uh, Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Um, if you see this video on my channel for the first time and you like this content, I'm currently sharing my over the board games of the 2 tournaments I'm having. This is the first tournament until Friday. Then I have the weekend off and Monday off, and then next Tuesday my second tournament starts. It's a nine round tournament, 1 game a day, so 9 days without break. The competition is there's a lot more lower rated people, like 5 unrated and a couple of 12, 1300, 1400. So there's more lower rated people there, but also a lot more higher rated people, like up to 1800, and a lot of 1600s and 1700s. But I probably won't be meeting them. I'm probably gonna stay around the 13, 14, 1500 level, I expect. But anyway, so if you like this, go check out my channel. There's some more games of the first 2 days. I also cover my online games, a rapid rating climb to 1500, a blitz rating climb to 1200. I'm starting them again after my tournaments because it's too much to play like a 3 hour game during the day and then come home and play online rapid chess. That's just too much. My brain is cooked after a day. Need to take a break. So I'm fresh again tomorrow morning. So thanks for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a better result. Bye bye.